It's not that often that I am this impressed with a Raspberry Pi image, but wow. This image we're looking at today has definitely impressed me. It is a beast. Tons of systems, tons of games. The attention to detail and the care put into curating the game list, testing everything, getting everything set up is just top notch. So today we're going to be looking at the Wolfanoz Supreme Pro Pi4 256 gigabyte image. This is for the Raspberry Pi 4, and it can be updated to the newest official Retropie version if you so choose, but there's just tons of stuff going on with this, tons of arcade games. I am just blown away. So we're going to go through, look at the systems, check out some games, see the features, just give you an overview of this image. So let's go ahead and take a look. So here we go. We've got well over 55 different consoles with 12,990 games clocking in at 256 gigabytes. The image was a little bit under that, so there's still a few gigs left over for updates in case you need it. But let's quickly go through and see what consoles are included and how many games are for each, and then test a few out as well. So 3DO, we've got 10 games. I don't think I've seen 3DO on a build before, so this is interesting. We're going to come back to this and test the game out. But there you go, 10 games. Open Beats of Rage, 58 games, tons of awesomeness there. Amiga, 626. Amiga CD32, 25. CPC, 114. Arcade Classics, 2049. What? Tons of arcade games here. Atari 2600, 630. 5200, 96. 7800, 58. Atari Lynx, 83. Atomis Wave, 22 games. Tons of awesome arcade games here. You got the Guilty Gears, all that good stuff. Commodore 64, we got 64 games. Or is that 69? I can't tell. ColecoVision, 140. Daphne, 9 games. A little selection of Daphne here. You got Dragon's Lair 1 and 2. Space Ace, the more popular games. But you also got like Super Don Quixote. Some interesting stuff there. Cliffhanger. Dreamcast, 33 games. You got tons of classics. Family Computer, the Famicom, 386. Famicom Disk System, 128. Game & Watch, 52. I always find this interesting to see these kind of systems on a build. They're neat. They're fun to play for a moment. I mean, you won't really spend a ton of time with these, but it is a big part of gaming history, and I love seeing this kind of stuff on a build. So very neat, very neat. Like LCD games emulated. Interesting, right? Game Gear, 259 games. Game Boy, 557. Game Boy Advance, 1026. Game Boy Color, 533. And Television, 133. Then you do have Kodi, Sega Master System, 277. Sega Genesis or Mega Drive, 778. Mega Drive, the Japanese games, 193. MSX, a lot of interesting things here. You have like Castlevania. I found this game interesting. Like, I've played this before. The screens don't scroll like the one on the NES, but it's still an interesting game to play nonetheless. A lot of weird things on the MSX. Nintendo 64, 303. Naomi, 56. Nintendo DS, 252 games. My God, I told you this image is packed. There's just tons of fun here. Tons of games. Bangai-O Spirits, this game was interesting. Neo Geo, 141. NES, 786. Neo Geo Pocket Color, 40. Oric, 5. PC Engine, 285 games. PC Engine CD, we got 4 games, so a little selection there. Rondo of Blood, Gate of Thunder, Gradius 2, Sylphia. So some really good games. There's tons of awesome games for the PC Engine CD. That's a nice little selection there. Pixel, so you have your Pixel desktop. Ports, you have all your different ports here. Duke Nukem, Doom, Open Bore, Pixel, Quake, all that stuff. You can access that from here. A lot of those are on this wheel as well. Power, you can power off and reboot from there. PSP, 23 games. PSP Minis, a lot of little weird off-the-wall games, but there are some definite good ones in here. PlayStation 1, 92 games. A lot of classics. We got Tomba 2, hell yeah. Options, so in options, there's going to be tons of stuff. Tons of different scripts. Audio tools, you can turn background music off and on. This did have background music. I turned it off just in case, but you have different options there. Controller tools for light gun, aim track install configuration. If you're going to play light gun games, Zenmo configurations and all that good stuff. So nice to have all these different scripts here. Definitely comes in handy. Retropie tools. Like there's just tons of stuff here. Tons. Visual tools, bezel projects on here. You can change out the themes if you so choose. Fix My Build, the Supreme Fix My Build. So it's nice to have all that stuff on here. The online tool, system info, and weather. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see, what theme are we using here? This is a Slick Bluey. What's installed? We have Carbon and Hursty Blue Take 2. You can install more themes. This has a ton of systems and a ton of collections, so some themes may not support everything that's on this. I know a lot of Dwayne Hurst's themes do have like everything, so I would go with those, you know, to be on the safe side. 96 games for Scum VM, 32x 31, Sega CD 114. A lot of cool stuff here. Super Famicom Shin-Chan, 509 games. SG 1000, 68. Super Nintendo, 788. You have your Steam here. Super Graphics, 5 games. Turbo Graphics, 16, 95. TI 99, Texas Instruments. So I find this pretty interesting. It's some Anteater action. Always cool to see these off-the-wall systems on here. Some of the older, interesting stuff. Vectrix, 25 games. Philips Video Pack, 78. Virtual Boy, 25. Sharp X68000, 236 games. A lot of cool stuff there. Z Machine, 3 games, so that's Zork 1, 2, 3. Sinclair ZX Spectrum. I know I'll get crap for not saying ZX, but you know what? ZX is the way I say it, so leave me alone. 181 games there. And now we're into the collection. So like Atari Classics, I find this really cool, and I really think this build would work extremely well in a bar top or an arcade machine, because you have all these collections where like Atari Classics is going to be all the different Atari arcade games all in one spot, so you don't have to go searching for them. I dig that. I like that. Capcom Classics, same thing. We also have the CPS stuff, but definitely cool to have this. All the systems, everything on here has video snaps, metadata. Everything is legit. There's a lot of care put into putting this together. Took Wolfanoz months of tweaking things, making sure everything was good. So man, this is definitely one of the more fine-tuned images I've seen out there from my testing of this. Castlevania collection. So you'll have all the different systems, Castlevanias. If you want to, you know, you're in the mood for Castlevania, jump into it. CPS 1, 2, and 3. So you have like Street Fighter 3 in your CPS 3. Some of the earlier stuff in CPS 1, right? Street Fighter 2, Hyper Fighting, Strider, UN Squadron, all that good stuff. Data East, Donkey Kong, Irem. The list goes on and on. Light gun games, 45 of them in here if you want to get your aim track set up. Like I said, this just makes so much sense to be in a bar top or a full-sized arcade machine, or in like an arcade one-up conversion, maybe. I don't know if this could be done in that. Possibly could. I know they use special themes, you know, for that, for the screen size, but maybe with a little tweaking, this could be used in one of those. So there you go. Like I said, the list goes on and on and on and on. It doesn't end. Holy crap. Trackball games. If you have a trackball set up, there you go. So let's test a couple games out real quick. Hope I gave you a decent overview of what is included, but I'm curious. Primal Rage. I have never played the 3DO before. Every game has a launching screen, a loading screen, little animated screen, so that is cool. It has been a while since I've played this game, but let's try it out.
Asleep before the world we know.
And we ain't got time for the full motion video. Rage. Oh my god, I remember playing this in the arcade when it first came out, and it was like, what is this? Is it the greatest fighting game ever? No. But I think a lot of us, you know, with the time, with Jurassic Park being out, Mortal Kombat, all that kind of stuff, like Primal Rage was just like a big hit for a lot of people. I don't remember how to play this at all. But there, there you go. Some Primal Rage playing decently well for the game that we're playing anyway. Nice little bezels on the side there. So most everything here should have bezels. Everything I've tested so far has, so that is cool. But there you go, Primal Rage. Not really much of an issue playing this here. Just I suck at it and I don't know how to play. Dreamcast, always an interesting one. Soul Calibur. So we are using a Redream, I believe. Yes, we are. We could change the video output settings and all that. I'm gonna leave it alone for now. Just test it out the way it is.
Versus Maxi. Battle 1, fight! This victory strengthens you win. Battle 2.
This is pretty damn smooth. I'm not seeing any graphics glitches. I want to get a ring out. There you go. Oh, myself too. Bye. But definitely nice. So Dreamcast playing very well. I slipped. And I climbed back in. Yeah. Okay, let's test something else out. I think Nintendo 64 is always a big one people ask for.
I hope this works.
So this is a Blast Core, a game from Rare. And this is performing very well. I've tested a few other games out on the Nintendo 64, and I haven't had any issues so far. So very nice. This was one of my... Very nice. Let me finish my sentence before I continue on, right? This is one of my favorite games early on the Nintendo 64. I just love destroying stuff, man. Why not, right? You're supposed to clear a path for the transport or whatever that's coming through. And I'm already screwing up, not paying attention. Path clear. You clear the path and then like you could do some more extra stuff. This is definitely a game I recommend. You could wind up doing some extra stuff while the whatever the transport's, you know, cruising through. Or you can just finish the stage. There we go. But very nice. Nintendo 64 performing beautifully well. But there you guys go. I don't want this video to be too long, but everything I've tested has performed beautifully well. Very impressed with this image. You guys know what's up. Arcade punks. Arcade punks it up, right? So really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me. This is going to be one I'm going to have to test out some more in a live stream, so stay tuned for that. But thanks for watching. I will catch y'all next time. Peace out. Bye-bye. And boom. Bye.